minded. All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I make men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now the second-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Texans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them.
Man, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run and gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either. Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, big man with ball meant bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Stafford now to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one. You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense. I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run again with Harris. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Fields again. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really work downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Trucks over him, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. first down, and they go back to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Harris with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early. He's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, here's Harris. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On first down, Stafford here. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He hits Adams, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
53, ready? Easy, alert! Easy!
Back to throw, Stafford. gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On first down at Stafford. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Alert!
Stafford on first down. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hey, 50! Big 20!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Hey, 70!
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. looking to throw again on second down. Fields, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got room. Touchdown, Houston. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a play fake it at Stafford. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give to Mostert running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On the move past the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Stafford. And now here's another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll try the right side with Harris.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they take a knee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw is Fields. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. Get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
On 1st down, Purdy.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Purdy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the title as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.